Your family dynamics been damaged by narcissistic abuse? I will share at the end some successful and restorative strategies to heal the family dynamic. Narcissistic abuse within a family system functions like a toxic dance where every member is forced to specific roles to satisfy the narcissist's need for control and adoration. This environment disrupts healthy development and creates deep emotional and psychological scars for all involved. Hi, my name is Maria and I'm studying to become a life coach, specializing in narcissistic abuse and trauma recovery. I hope my videos are helpful, informative, and validating for you, whether you are presently in or have been in a narcissistic abusive relationship, or have a friend or family member that presently is or has been in a narcissistic abusive relationship, or maybe you have a friend or family member that is a narcissist, a boss, a colleague, a roommate. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Narcissistic abuse often destabilizes the victim's extended family by creating a fractured environment marked by manipulation and division. The impact is frequently characterized with the dynamics which includes narcissistic families often organize themselves around several key roles used to maintain the abuser's power. The golden child and the scapegoat dynamic. In many families, a specific individual, such as a parent or a sibling, assigns rigid roles. One family member may be the golden child who can do no wrong, while another is the scapegoat and receives the blame for all the family problems. This creates deep-seated resentment and lasting emotional trauma among siblings and relatives. Often through withdrawing the sibling who vocalizes the toxicity, this individual becomes the target of the majority of the family's blame and abuse. Triangulation and flying monkeys. Family members who act as agents for the narcissist, helping create chaos, spread smear campaigns to pressure the victim to return to the abusive cycle. Narcissists may use triangulation to involve a third party such as a parent, sibling, or aunt to gang up on the victim to create conflict. The narcissist purposely pits family members against each other to prevent them from uniting against the abuse. The family members who are manipulated into doing the abuser's bidding often are referred to as flying monkeys. The enabler, a passive parent or relative who fails to hold the narcissist accountable, allowing them to remain the dominant force in the family. Extended family members may downplay or excuse the abuse to prioritize family harmony, effectively enabling the abuser's behavior. This can erode the trust and lead to a generational cycle of dysfunction. Isolation and several ties. Abusers often isolate their victims by creating conflict between them and their extended family members by restricting contact. This can lead to a permanent fracturing of family units. For some members, choose to cut off contact entirely. Power struggles following major life events. The death or illness of a family matriarch or patriarch can create a power vacuum that a narcissist family member may try to fill, leading to heightened conflict and power struggles among relatives. Financial and litigation abuse. Narcissistic abuse can extend to family finances, for the abuser may try to seize more than their share of inheritance, trust, or wills, causing long-term legal and financial strain for the extended family. I have seen this in my own personal life. Almost every narcissistic relationship that I have been in has drained me financially. Some of them absolutely cleaning me out. This has put a strain on my parents because they had to help me financially. The one guy racked up my credit card and I had major credit card debt, which my parents paid off. I completely paid my parents back for everything, but I never recovered financially from the financial abuse. This is heartbreaking to me. Some of these men left me completely broke, homeless, and without a car. Of course, my parents took me in. Not every victim of narcissistic abuse has supportive family like I have. Impact on children. Growing up in a narcissistic environment fundamentally alters a child's development and shifts their identity. Children are often viewed as extensions of the parent rather than separate individuals, leading to a loss of self and difficulty identifying their own needs as adults. Attachment issues. Inconsistent affection. Ideation followed by the evaluation often results in anxious, avoidant, or disorganized attachment styles in adults. Hypervigilance. Children learn to walk on eggshells, constantly scanning for signs of anger or mood shifts to avoid explosive outbursts. Internalized shame. Regular belittling and criticism lead to children believing that they are inherently flawed or not enough. Long-term consequences for the family unit. Isolation from support. Abusers may systematically cut off the family from outside friends and extended relatives to ensure total control and dependency. Legacy of trauma. Unresolved narcissistic trauma can be passed down, as victims may unknowingly repeat these toxic dynamics to their own future families. Inherited health risks. Prolonged stress from this environment is linked to chronic physical issues like migraines, autoimmune disorders, and cardiovascular problems in survivors. If you like my video and find it helpful, please like, share, follow, and subscribe. And let me know if you have suffered with any of these family dynamics from narcissistic abuse in the comments below. I would really like to hear your stories. And let me know if there's any other topics that you would like to hear in future videos in the comments below as well. Now I will share with you some successful and restorative strategies to heal family dynamics. Healing from narcissistic family dynamics focuses on a combination of establishing firm boundaries, utilizing specialized trauma-informed therapies. Successful therapies prioritize the victim's emotional safety and identity, restoration over forced reconciliation with the abuser. Restorative individual strategies. And establish clear boundaries, define and then enforce internal and external boundaries. And an external boundary involves limiting contact, or no contact, or low contact. With the internal boundaries, it involves viewing the abuser's behavior as symptoms of their condition rather than a reflection of your worth. Implement gray rocking. In an unavoidable interactions remain emotionally neutral and unresponsive. This makes you boring to the narcissist, reducing their motivation to manipulate or antagonize you. Identity rebuilding. Narcissistic abuse often erodes a sense of self. Focus on rediscovering personal hobbies, values, and goals that were sidelined, asking yourself who you are outside of this family dynamic. I rediscovered myself and my love for hiking after 14 years of abandoning it because one narcissist wouldn't let me go hiking as he wanted complete control over me at all times. Thankfully, I'm back to what I love, which is hiking. Emotional reparenting. Use techniques to nurture the inner child that was ignored or shamed during childhood. This involves self-compassion exercises and replacing critical internal voices with supportive affirmations. For an example is telling yourself 3 times a day, 3 times each time, and set 3 different times how valuable and loved you are instead of how stupid and crazy you are. Seek out a therapist who specializes in narcissistic abuse, complex trauma, and family dynamics. This is very beneficial. Find a support group that specializes in narcissistic abuse or trauma. Rebuild healthy family connections. Acknowledging family roles. Use family systems therapy to identify and alter dysfunctional roles such as the scapegoat or golden child that enabled the abuse. Foster healthy detachment. Distance yourself emotionally from toxic behaviors to interact more objectively and less reactively. I listened to something recently about not just going no contact, but separating yourself from family and the dynamics completely with no contact. This may be difficult, but is respecting yourself and your boundaries. You are worth having this peace. Create new memories. Focus on building positive shared experiences with non-abusive family members to replace negative associations from the past. Grieve the ideal relationship. Allow yourself to mourn the loss of the supportive family you deserve but did not receive, which is a crucial step in moving forward. You can write a goodbye letter to the person and how you feel in the grief. This helps with immediate closure. I talked about this in my video called Quick Grief Relief. I have videos on the smear campaign, coping emotionally, fear from the narcissist, when the narcissist calls you crazy, reclaiming yourself after narcissism, quick grief relief, and manipulation. The links are below in the description and comments. Do you feel like you have been manipulated in the family dynamics and narcissistic abuse? Watch my video on manipulation. I will see you in that video.